Well, good evening, everybody. Well, I wasn't going to do a video tonight because, oh my goodness, what is the time? So you can see, oh my goodness, it's actually 9:19, and honestly, I'm generally in bed by this time of the night, but I'm not. I don't know why, but I'm not. But check out this girl. Could I go to bed? Was Lily doing that? No way. I could. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely could, but I don't want to. Because Lily's been sleeping all day, and she's expecting to have some time out now before I actually go to bed. So I'm just switching these lights up a little bit. I know it's a little bit duller, but hang in there while I climb over all the things that I have in this room with my snakes, or for my snakes. But I'm getting this light on. There you go. That's a little better. And it's probably boring following me all around my room, but I guess I could turn it off, but yeah, I'd just be turning it back on again. So anyway, as you can see, Lily wants to come out. So the question is, for people watching this video, and for anybody actually, well, because you've got to watch this video for me to say something. But what do you think the best life for a snake is? Is it leaving them in that, which, as you can surely see, that Lily isn't very impressed with that being her life. I'm opening this door because otherwise the other one will knock her fair in the head, or face, basically. I'll swing you around so we can see my girl come on out at this point. But I would really like to know, and I know that a lot of you who do watch my videos totally believe that a life isn't a snake continually living in their enclosure. But I would really like to know which you believe is a better life for a snake. Leaving it be, letting it be in an enclosure, not saying you don't get your snake out at all. We do, or we will. But do you think it should spend the majority of its life living in the enclosure, or a certain amount of time in the enclosure? Or like for me with my Lily, honestly guys, she would live most of her life out of the enclosure, not even be in there. And that is the honest truth. If she had a choice, I think if she could tell me, she would say, hey, can you make my home out here? It's rather good fun being out here. So I know a lot of people believe snakes just want to be left alone, that they're quite happy to sit in an enclosure and just be left in peace. Well, will somebody please give that memo to Lily? Because, Noah, would you like to move so I'm really interested in Lily actually checking this particular, she checked it out, and I've got a video of her initially looking at it, but it was in a different spot, of course, to where it is now. And I know where she wants to go. She wants to go up totally to the hangout spot, but I don't want her going that far tonight. Again, she's probably thinking, you meanie mum, why can I not go? She's still very head shy, my girl, but certainly does not take offence to it either. But yes, somebody didn't give Lily the memo that snakes are supposed to like staying in their enclosure and not wanting to be out of their enclosure, and that's certainly not how it's been in Lily's case. So I'm just going to, I know she was very, very curious about this the other day, and really wanted to explore it, and that's exactly what she is going to do right now. And I've switched the material up. I've done a video of Maya actually exploring it, and because it's like a velvety material, it was, even though Maya, have a look at Lily, Maya did very well in terms of, she just wants to go up, but I've got the fan going, so I really do not want her to go on up.
Can we
there.
have head support?
Sorry, I'm kind of like, as you know, one-handed.
That's why you
Yeah,
got
but
three
I've
hands.
put a better material on it so that they can grip and not slip, because I could see that Maya was, although she did very well, she came from the top and she made a way, and she went all the way in there, and she spent a fair bit of time laying in there today. But yeah, it's I've thought about this because, yeah, my snake's, as you can see, Jack chilling there in his hammock. Jack very much does like to stay in his enclosure. No doubt about it. But I also know that Jack will come to the door, and he is telling me that he also wants to come out. And just like what Lily was doing, and that wasn't because I opened the door and curiosity got the better of her. And we know snakes are curious. We 100% know that snakes are curious. Ooh. And they're sticky noses and all the way. I'm in Zoom and don't even know it. Well, I do know it, just forgot. They are sticky noses, and you leave the door open. Eventually, out of curiosity, they will poke their heads out and come on out. No, that isn't always the case at all. It does not necessarily mean that your snake will be curious and come out, because it isn't and wouldn't be feeling safe enough to want to come out. No matter how curious that snake is, if it isn't used to coming out, it won't come out. Then you've got other snakes that are out there like Lily, and is more than happy to come on out. And if I opened the door, but when in saying that, I could open the door for Lily. She could be fast asleep in her hammock, and I could open the door for her. Lily doesn't want to come out. As curious a snake as what my Lily is, she won't come out. No way would Lily come on out just because I've opened that door and she's a curious snake. And I know she wouldn't. I've done it before. Lily's been fast asleep. I've opened the door. Come on out if you want to. Nope, I don't want to. Had the door open for 2 hours, asking her if she wants to come out. She doesn't want to come out. Lily knows out here. Lily spends so much time out here. The thing is that I can shut that door, and then a few hours later, she's at the door. And she's saying, yeah, I'm ready to come out now. And it has nothing to do with curiousness. That is her making a decision that, no, I was sleeping, I didn't want to come out, I didn't want to be out there at that point in time, but I'm quite happy to come out now. So, curious or not, if a snake doesn't want to come out of the enclosure, whether you've got that door open or whatever, curiosity is not going to get them to come out. It's if they want to come out. And yes, like I said, some snakes out of curiosity will want to come out. But this isn't how Lily is. That isn't how Jack is. Might be a little bit about Tessa to some degree at this particular point, but it's not my big snakes. Curiosity is not what draws them out. It's them wanting to come out. So, I'm going to ask you, which is the better? For snakes to live in their enclosures and we just leave them alone, or we show them that out here is a great place to hang out, to be, that this is a home. It's just not that home. That is their home too. No, they've got to have this. We have to be able to keep them safe. And that's the best place to keep them safe. When they're out here, you've got to watch them. You do have to watch them. Yeah, do you want a snake living in their enclosure all the time? Or do you want to offer some freedom? I know which one I'm going to take, and I know which one Lily would take. And that's the freedom. Total freedom. Because that's Lily. You do have freedom, don't you, Lil? Hey? Yeah, she does. Within a certain degree too. I just don't let her go at it, and she can please herself where she's going and what she's doing. She has rules, so to speak, as much as you can give a snake rules. But, yeah. She's going to have some out time, and I'm going to say, take care of yourself, your family, and your little snakes, and big snakes, and medium-sized snakes, and snakes that don't want to come out, and snakes that do want to come out. So,
and always look after your family, and always look after yourself.
Absolutely. So, ciao guys.